to help make India and the world healthier, richer, fairer, cooler, and
open house. If anybody has any questions, gentleman there, somebody get him a mic. Can you introduce the gentleman here?
Economy of scale is there, the cost comes down, and we catalyze investment in the renewable energy sector. As on today, just to sum total of all the activities.
Implementation method, your volume of a Prius hybrid, half the fuel use and 1/3 the weight. The curb weight is 420 kilograms. Logistics. But just the technological fuel saving in heavy lorries can rise to 2/3. And that plus triple to quintuple efficiency airplanes will speed all of these advances in the civilian sector, which uses 50-odd times more oil than the military. In much the same way that military R&D gave us the internet, the global positioning system, the jet engine industry, the microchip industry. Only this time, the leverage back to the civilian customers can speed our path off oil so we needn't fight over oil, and then our warfighters can have neg missions in the Persian Gulf or the South China Sea, mission unnecessary. They really like that idea. As we design and build vehicles better, we can also use them smarter. This is a graph of US traffic congestion with the morning and evening rush hours. Many Indian cities look a bit like that. And if that were an electricity load shape, we would be flattening it out with IT-enabled demand response and pricing and smart grid. But by not yet doing that for road traffic, we are wasting enormous sums through idle people, idle vehicles, and idle roads. But instead of just watching driving double as forecast, we can cut needless driving by 4 powerful techniques. We can charge real-time driving costs per kilometer, not per liter. We can use smart IT to enhance public transport and to empower car sharing and ride sharing. We can allow lucrative smart growth or new urbanist real estate models, so more people are already where they want to be and don't need to go somewhere else all the time. And we can use IT to make traffic free flowing. So if you add all those up, those proven methods can give us the same or better access with 46 to 84% less US driving, saving another $0.4 trillion, plus $0.3 trillion from smarter use of the lorries. Pretty soon we're talking real money. So 40 years hence, a far more mobile US economy could be using no oil. And saving or displacing each barrel for just $25, rather than buying it for well over $100, saves $4 trillion net present value. By the way, had I counted just the hidden economic and military costs of US oil dependence, that would be $12 trillion. So to get mobility without oil, to phase out the oil, we can first get efficient and then switch fuels. So the magenta is the savings already baked into the government forecast. The blue big wedge is all the vehicle fitness that they didn't count. The aqua underneath is a bit of more productive use of vehicles. And then those 1 or 2 liter equivalent per 100 kilometer autos can use any mixture of hydrogen and green electricity in yellow and advanced biofuels in orange, the heavy lorries and the airplanes. And we then recover that distributed storage when needed and fill the last gaps with unobtrusively flexible demand. And now we've got 100% renewable power, reliable every day of the year, every hour of the year, with only 5% left over and with no bulk storage. Using that sort of choreography, some European countries, again without adding bulk storage, are already delivering about half their electricity as of last year from renewables, far more reliably than America's electricity. Denmark and Germany, most reliable in Europe, 10 times as good as American electricity. So these examples illustrate ways to far transcend renewable power's supposed reliability limits. Whatever exists is possible. And part of the story here, which was worked out also by the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, showing how to do 80 or 90% renewable electricity for the United States. Part of the story is switching from all centralized supplies to distributed supplies. Of course, in India, at the villages, you got to start that way and leapfrog over the wire space, just like we did with telecoms. A national example of this is actually Denmark, which over the past 3 decades has shifted from central coal plants to distributed wind turbines in blue, 86% owned by farmers in their communities, and combined heat and power, often burning agricultural waste. They're heading for all renewable electricity and energy, and they are reorganizing their grid in a cellular architecture that makes cascading blackouts impossible. Well, this is not just confined to Denmark. Worldwide, good proof of the global shift towards distributed generation with mass-produced modular units is that nuclear power and micropower, which is The Economist magazine's term for non-hydro renewables plus combined heat and power, they've more than swapped their shares of global electricity production since 2000. Now, in America, we have this aging, dirty, insecure electricity system. Does that sound familiar? Is there one not too far from here? And we've got to replace it anyway by 2050. But whatever we replace it with is going to cost about the same. It turns out whether we buy more of what we've got, or new nuclear and so-called clean coal, or renewables that are centralized or more distributed, the cost is the same. What's radically different is the risks around security, fuel, water, finance, technology, climate, and health.
Religion to present a memento of India. It's an Indian artifact inside. Yeah. No, we will take it up. We will take it up. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Come. That's it. That's it. Some water to be done. Beautiful. It's one of the native species of Andhra Pradesh, and it grows naturally in the forest here.
I mean, he's not running in the fruit.
Yeah.
He's got lots of
trees in my valley, 2,000 or 2,500 years old.